We are live.
Yay! Hello, everybody. It's so good to be here with you today. We have a very, let's say, different Sunday Inspiration Live planned for you. And as a matter of fact, it's not really planned at all. We're just going to kind of go with this moment. I wanted to tune in with everyone and let you know how I'm progressing and how things are doing. And, and also just like share the journey with you and then give you the opportunity to ask some questions or maybe share some of your story. But this is just going to be a different Sunday inspiration. This is really all about how is it that we face challenges in our lives and who we become on the other side of those. So of course, we start every Sunday morning inspiration live with this song, and it's all about gratitude. Waking up. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I feel so grateful. When I wake up in the morning, I feel so alive. When I wake up in the morning, I feel the spirit. Oh, when I wake up in the morning, I'm here to thrive. So I wake up every day. Wake up, this is what I say. Wake up, I am so free. Wake up, and I'm free to be me. I'm free to be me. Yeah.
I'm going to highlight some comments here. Oh, can you see that, Pookie?
I can.
Okay. Yeah, so Michelle said, I dance to this song every morning. And then Adele said, beautiful headpiece, Pookie.
Thank you.
Did you make that one yourself?
I did not.
You did not.
There was no there at the spiritual center where we sing on a monthly basis. They've started having these artists come in with their artwork. And so there's many different types of artists that have come, visual artists and this beautiful artist
Oh.
came to the Center for Spiritual Living and she had things like this that she had created. And I fell in love and so I have this beautiful crown, which my colors, and this fabulous bag, which this drum has decided belongs to it.
But you can make things
Yeah.
like that, those headpieces, right? In fact, our dining room table is filled with you were kind of like
Well,
half.
this is a little bit different because this is all ribbons.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
The
you have
headpiece
flowers.
flowers, right? Mine are flowers. These are all ribbons. So this is, I think this is kind of like Central South American inspired art. I think that she was maybe from Mexico or Guatemala. So yeah, but I love all the colors of our south of the border relatives. I
Yeah.
love how colorful all the things are. Yeah. So
Somebody,
so
Am-
I was feeling yes, very whatever today.
Amethyst is asking what the artist name is, but I don't remember it. I have a feeling you may not either. I don't know. Is her name on the piece? I don't know.
No, uh-uh. I don't
Sorry.
remember what her name, but I can find out and post it in the comments when I do. But it might
Okay.
take me a couple days.
Just to let you know, Pookie, because you probably can't see this, I'm seeing these, at least are people who are commenting. Everyone's commenting so far is from YouTube, although this should be streaming. This is streaming live on your Facebook too. So if you're watching, leave a comment for Pookie in particular so that we know that we are here. But so far, we got Jacqueline, Lisa, of course, Adele. We've got Crystal, um, Michelle. We got Joe, Amethyst. And I think that's all that
Aw,
I'm seeing so far who've left comments on
I love
YouTube. But yeah,
No,
so
thank you so much for being here. All right, so I want to just share a little bit about where I am now in my journey because we are almost at the point where we're almost at the 4 week mark. Almost. Next Tuesday will be the 4 week anniversary of my reset.
it was July 29, I think, right?
Yeah, it was July the 29th. So So we're almost at 4 weeks. And on one hand, it seems like it's taken forever just to get here. And then on the other hand, it seems like it's gone by in the blink of an eye. So and it was a beautiful journey filled with so much. It was so much of walking into the unknown, right? Having never experienced any of these things before, not knowing how any of this was going to unfold. It was a very, um, it was a very big time of surrender, like letting go, surrendering to the unknown, and being able to walk through that in trust, trusting my body, trusting the physician that I had selected, trusting that everything was, even though I did not know, like when it first happened, I did not know or understand what was happening, but I also was in a complete state of calm the whole time. I was never, even when it happened, I just said, I broke, I think I broke it. It's broke because I heard it. And even in that, like moving into those spaces of the unknown, not knowing what I was going to be encountering next, and then going on that journey and having that experience and taking so many people along with me, like Bob.
Yeah.
He became a participant in my experience, right? And so, and it was unexpected, unprepared, right? None of us were prepared for this incident. And we were all navigating it for the first time, but it was also, too, surrendering, having faith, trusting, learning, and and honing in my ability to communicate better, uh, how to really take into account and observe everything that's going on around me so that I can, like, so they're just little things, like things that are a priority for you or not necessarily priorities in other people's lives. And when you get to a situation like I'm in, where you are absolutely dependent on others doing for you, you have to develop patience to be able to just, like, okay, you know if I had the ability to do those things myself, I would be doing that right now. However, I don't, so I have to have patience in what is unfolding. So just learning huge lessons like that. Also, too, looking at this whole experience as a gift. I have I have placed my attention and my focus on the magic of it, the power of it, instead of, I don't even call it an accident, I call it a reset. I see it as it was a situation in which everything that I was doing had to be, like, wiped away. It had to be, like, done, because I couldn't do any of it anymore. There, I had to release all my commitments, all of them, and I was hosting a global um, a global event here in my city with Marty K. Casey. We were having dignitaries and spiritual leaders from all over the world, peacemakers from all over the world coming here, indigenous elders and all of that coming here. And I break my foot the week before they are to arrive. I have surgery the day before ceremonies begin at Cahokia Mound. And I am not there. I cannot be there. All of that, just everything just done. And it was a powerful moment of, it was almost like I went back into the state of infancy, of like being born again, being coming to this place because I I couldn't even go to the bath initially. I couldn't go to the bathroom by myself. I couldn't make food for myself. I could feed myself, but I couldn't make my own food. I couldn't pour my own water, right? Because I was immobile. I was like an infant. And that's very humbling. That's very humbling. So many lessons learned in all of this, but for me, the way that I'm seeing everything that's happening and how I'm pouring into this moment is, this happened for my highest good. I'm here to learn the highest lesson for the spiritual evolution of my own soul. So now I'm having a whole new experience of my life, and it's transforming everything. I'm in a huge metamorphosis right now, and there's a lot that's happening internally on a spiritual level as this physical body is doing this thing. This is what's put me here because I still have to spend a majority of my hours with my foot. Let me see if I can turn my foot. Oh, there's my foot. There it is.
And that's a big step up. I know this isn't the most attractive thumbnail ever created, but this is what I this is from Thursday. The doctor visit 2 weeks after her surgery, and she had the splint removed to put on all that. She has a boot that she can wear when needed, or she can just wear it with a sock. But there's the X-ray of the plates. There's actually three of them there. You can't see the third one is on the right side, kind of around the side. But some serious surgery there. And so that's where we're at now. I just want to say something real quick about this event that we're in St. Louis. So Pooki for 5 or 6 years now has been involved with this organization called Unity Earth, run by a guy named Ben Bowler, and they have events all over the world and attract, like I said, these really powerful people from different countries. So Pooki originally met them when she had to go to the Holy Land in the very beginning of 2020, right before COVID kind of swept the world. And that's where she met all these people. She had to go to the Middle East to get involved. And then they, had some Zoom things for a couple of years. And then they've come back, and we had to go out to L.A. They had an event in L.A. 2 years ago, I guess it was. We had to go to Japan to be with them on a week-long peace mission. And so they rarely come and do things in the United States. And they're not only coming to the U.S., they're coming to our city because of, a number of reasons. They also went to Kansas City, too. So they did this thing in the heartland of the U.S., this rare opportunity. We don't have to travel. We don't have to get a hotel. They're right here. And then the timing of this just, the stars did not align. So Pooki could not participate in any of these things in St. Louis. However, she did get a visit from these people. You want to tell them who? Let them know who those folks are.
That's my brother Ben. He's the executive director of Unity Earth. That's his beautiful, beloved Nina and their baby Kami. And that was my first time meeting her.
The
It was so
baby.
beautiful.
Yeah.
They came, yeah. I hadn't had surgery yet. Those were the most difficult days right there during that time. That was probably the most difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, they came to visit. So out of the whole, I guess there were about 25 people that had traveled here from Australia, and my sister Tracy Potter was here. Oh, I can't believe it!
I mean,
Neighbors, Fort Myers,
people
got
from South
neighbors.
America and Europe and all over the U.S. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Mindahi, and oh, I mean, the list just goes on and on. Monica Willard just goes on and on. And so people that I love, and yeah, so I could sit and cry about that stuff.
Yeah.
I would have every right to, right? I could sit and cry about that stuff, but here's the thing: how do I want to feel? Do I want to feel that? I want to feel, yeah, no, I felt the sadness of that. There were, throughout those days, there were moments where when they were going to the arch or when they were around the peace pole in Ferguson that we planted, Marty, Karen Hoffman, and I planted with the mayor of Ferguson, you know,
Mm.
yeah. So then that tells me this. What this is really big. It's really big. There's no way that it cannot be really big because if it was going to do that, if it was going to interrupt those types of things, then this thing is a huge. This is a turning point for me in my life. I don't know what that means. I don't know it, but I know that I'm learning lessons from this every single day. In this journey, I'm learning so many lessons, so many about myself, about others. It's incredible. About my relationship with the divine. I have been so loved in ways that are beyond my understanding. So loved. I've had people come to my house I don't even know to leave me food. I've had people that I've never met and do not recognize their names who have contributed to my GoFundMe. I've had so many prayers, so many visits, people in my home doing for me the things I used to do with ease but cannot any longer. People coming and loving me the best ways that they know how. All the prayers, all the intentions, all the text messages, all the phone calls. Phone calls matter. You know how long a day is without a phone call, especially when you're in a situation like this. They matter, you know? So, learning lots and lots of lessons, you know?
Yeah.
And I know that there's a lot of people in our community that are also facing big challenges. This is the time, for whatever reason, right now, big challenges like we're having to face things, maybe some things that we haven't wanted to face in the past. Maybe we're being shown some things. Maybe we're learning some things, you know? Because for me, I'm only interested in the divine, in the expression of my highest timeline, whatever that is. Right? And so there's something here for me to learn from all of this. What's been your experience, babe?
Mine. Oh, yeah, it's been a learning. Yeah, definitely a learning experience because of course, you never see this coming. And some of 5 years ago, I tripped just walking down the hall in our house in the earliest months of COVID, and in 2020, and broke my arm. And so I had to go through this where Pookie was my caretaker, and I remember the sensitivity and discomfort of those early weeks. That first month was pretty brutal. Um, and so, yeah, I needed a lot of help, and she was there for me. And so the roles reversed here 5 years later. And a lot of people have been telling me that, yeah, a lot of the attention is focused on the person that injured themselves because they suffered the injury and the recovery and all that. But people have been telling me it's very common for caregivers to be really stressed out, and so I felt a lot of that. It was just such a big shift of and and yeah, the fact that I got sick, some kind of summer cold or something. I'm sure my wore my immune system down, just being run down and stressed out about taking care of everything and making, and then keeping our business going, dealing with financial struggles, which many of you face, and so that's why we started this GoFundMe, as a matter of fact. And I know, looking at the people here, that many of the people that are here have contributed to that, and I'm sure you want to thank them. I'm hesitant to list off names by memory because I'm going to miss somebody, and so I don't want to. I don't want to do that. But there is a link in the description here. I'm sure Lisa will pop it. Oh, she just did. It'll take you, not to that page. It'll take you to something that looks like that. And we actually, Pookie, the latest numbers, we've hit 67% of our goal. And so that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
wow.
And I think, and maybe Pookie, you could, when we first put this up, I, there's probably thoughts that go to your head, or, do enough people, I don't know, care to contribute, they're just going to get their attention. And I think you've been pretty, how is the seeing, and there's many, many people and all dollar amounts all over, they've stepped up. How does that make you feel? They come to you to help you in your time of need.
Well, more than anything, what it demonstrates to me is the power of community,
Hmm.
and how it is that we can rise together. Like, everybody's talking about, this new earth that we're creating, and about living in this land of peace and love and compassion and healing and all the beautiful things. And we actually have the ability to embody that now. And that's what I really was bearing witness to, was the power of our love to create community in such a way as to support others in difficult times along their journey, and how we can get through anything. Like, all of the love and intentions and prayers have infused within me a great power, a great healing, all of that energy focused in my direction, whether it
Hmm.
be in the form of a donation on GoFundMe or prayers, songs sung for me. All of those things are a testament to the power of our love for each other.
Yep.
And I speak of it often, and I attempt to guide you in ways to activate more of it in your life. But to be the one that's receiving such a dynamic outpouring is very humbling, and 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 for that I'm grateful. We all want to matter in some way.
Yeah. Well, if I can jump in here, yeah, you're known for your positive, loving energy. People have already complimented you here in the comments, about your positive attitude about facing this challenge. But you're also human, and like all of us, you question whether what you do matters. Are you really making a difference? Have you really touched people? And while just receiving funds is just one barometer, or to judge that, I think you've realized that you've touched a lot of people's lives and you do matter. Hasn't it kind of been a wake up call for that with you?
It's, it's a, it's a, it's just it's a gigantic, um, it's a gigantic, like, for lack of a better term, like a feedback loop,
Mm-hmm.
and I always, would say, people would sometimes ask, how, like, are you ever afraid that you're going to give all your love away? And my answer was always, well, of course not, because I have an agreement with love that the more I give away, the more I'm given. And so I guess I've given a lot of love in the world, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful for that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, you have. Um, and if I might explain, like a lot of people who, if you go to the GoFundMe page, it tells you a bunch of details about the current situation and all that, and how Pookie broke her ankle and all this stuff. But people, skim. People just kind of like, and so some people have jumped to conclusions thinking that, oh, we have to raise all this money because we weren't carrying insurance or something. No, we both haven't had insurance for years. But Pookie, if I might say this, um, she never goes to the doctor. She just tries. And she's been very healthy for most of her life. She never has to go to the doctor. And she's not quick to just jump to the convenient traditional medical solutions and avoids pharmaceuticals, and all that stuff. So she chose uh, a basic health insurance plan, bronze level through the exchange, if you're familiar with that term. And so it came with high deductibles and and copays and things like that. So that's the reason that these bills are going to be, and we're still waiting for them to come in because we got months of physical therapy coming up and all that. But so we don't know what the total is. But that's why we're doing the fundraising thing. Also in that GoFundMe, and I've been sharing this online too. For years I was the primary breadwinner in our household, and my YouTube channel, which has like 422,000 subscribers, was was like 80% of my income that allowed us that. And there was a heyday during the pandemic that I guess advertisers were flocking to YouTube with their dollars, and as a result, I and many other creators on YouTube benefited from that. And there were these years where all of our monthly living expenses were met, and then some, and there was a little bit extra there for us to travel every now and then. And I was always like, boy, I don't know how long this is going to last, but I'm so thankful I'm reaching so many people and doing so well. But then things change, and I think advertisers have gotten away from YouTube. I don't know. I can't blame it on the algorithm or consumer behavior or whatever, but that ad revenue has just steadily gone down to where it's like 30% of what it was just like 3 years ago. And so that's forced and I've pivoted. I've been self-employed most of my life, and I've had to pivot many times. 10 years ago there was a pivot that came too. And so I know we're going to find a way, but we get to find other ways to make up for that lost income. My business model was create a bunch of free content, get all this inspirational stuff out into the world through YouTube and other platforms, and then from ad revenue, type things, some streaming revenue. It all added up, but now it's not quite adding up, and so we're having to shift. And so we're going to have to start offering more products and services to you, and find the things that are resonating with our audience that people are willing to pay for. And I know not everybody can, not everybody, but of the hundreds of thousands of people that I reach alone every month, you would think a small percentage of them would see the value. And so that's my challenge. It's my responsibility and our responsibility to figure out what is the match between the offer and the audience, and what is going to be seen as valuable enough to invest in some things. And so that's what I'm going to be big focus of mine. And then Pookie's going to be doing some things of her own. In fact, earlier, Michelle popped up a thing here, which is something you were already working on. She says, "Oh, Pookie, maybe this is a sign to make some of those beautiful headpieces to sell." And you do plan on doing that, right? It's and if you want, I can go grab some samples off the dining room table if you want to see what you're working on. But that's one of the
Okay.
things you'll be looking into, right? That's just one thing,
Pardon
though.
me. Those are halfway done. The ones in the living room. You don't want to show those because they're not.
Yeah.
It's not even close to the real thing. But no, I have some stuff that I'm going to be working on. I have to. I have to be able to have my leg not elevated 90% of the time. Then I can do them. But right now, for the next week and a half, until I go back to the doctor, I have to have my leg elevated 90% of the time.
Mm.
So once I can get my leg down, then I can move around a little bit more and I can sit at on my desk and do things like that. But it's just not feasible with this elevation that I've got to maintain in order for the absolute most divine healing of my leg to occur. And so let me just tell you where we're at. So, yeah, so 3 weeks ago, I broke my foot off of my leg. Pretty much it. And my ankle was free floating in there. And so they had to reattach everything. I just got my cast off. I had a splint. I had my surgery 2 weeks ago, Thursday. The surgery went well. Doc said I did great. Um, this last Thursday, I went and I got the cast taken off. So my doctor is a young doctor, and he has an aggressive response to therapy. So he says most doctors in the orthopedic field would have left that cast on me for 6 weeks. He wanted it off in 2 because he wants me to start moving the ankle as soon as possible. He believes that getting it back moving and stuff like that is the best chance, right? Keeping the body in flow. So the universe absolutely brought me this doctor. I love this guy. So he's got me on the fast track. So right now, I I have a boot. However, my foot is still in the process of healing. The only thing that the boot does is the boot protects my foot in any kind of transport. But as far as allowing me to have my foot out of the boot, I can do that, which is very much more comfortable than having the boot in. So I have enjoyed not having my foot in the boot, but I am going to have to wear it a little bit later today. In any case, so my stitches are still in. Those will come out in 2 weeks. It'll be at that time that my physical therapy will begin. I still have parts of my foot that I cannot feel. I feel like there's like duct tape all around my foot. It feels really weird, but there isn't. Just parts of my foot haven't woken up yet. I've had this magical, mystical journey with pain because I've had none. No constant throbbing, won't let me sleep, anything like that. I would have moments of pain if I moved my foot in such a way when it hadn't before surgery. That was when it was probably the most subject to experiencing pain. But my surgeon, I don't know, my surgeon was great or something, but I haven't had an excess amount of pain. I say that it's from all of the prayers. I'd say that it's like the angelic healing love all around me. That's what I say it's from. Right? Because pain does something to you. I know what pain does for me. Pain robs my joy. When I'm really hurting, mm, you know, because I've had things like I've had a toothache before. Oh my God. A toothache? That's some pain. Like your eye tooth, and it goes straight up into your eyeball. Oh my God. Right? You can't think. You certainly can't breathe easy or laugh or any of that. My whole experience of this event, this reset, has been calm. There have only been a couple of instances where that was not the case, right? But for the most part, even right after I broke it, I was calm the whole way. I stayed on the river for another 7 hours until we finished the float. Why? Because I was in no pain and my ankle was in a really good way. And I was with medical people and I was in the safest place that I could be. And I knew that. And then I was comfortable and relaxed. So this has been like just this journey of like even expecting pain, right? Like anticipating, well, it's going to start hurting after surgery, because it really wasn't hurting before surgery. Then, oh, well, then after surgery, it'll be really painful. Well, then that didn't happen. And then I don't know. I was thinking, well, maybe when I'm in physical therapy, it'll hurt. I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that my body is doing its thing. I'm making sure that I get the nutrients that I need. You know, I'm talking to my foot, to the cells of my foot, as we're accepting this support. And I am grateful. My heart is full of gratitude flowing deep inside. My heart is full of gratitude flowing deep inside. I am grateful. Grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. With every step and breath I take, I'm blessed to be alive. Oh, with every step and breath I take, I'm blessed to be alive. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful now. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful now. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful now. I am so grateful. I am so grateful. I am so grateful now. Throughout each day, in so many ways, I know how loved I am. Throughout each day, in so many ways, I know how loved I am. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. My heart is full of gratitude flowing deep inside. My heart is full of gratitude flowing deep inside. I am grateful, grateful, grateful for my life. 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 So grateful. So grateful for my life. So grateful for your life. Yeah, baby. So grateful. So many good things are going to come out of this. I cannot even. I mean, I'm having a hard time even imagining it. Today, now because I got my cast off, I get to go and to my friend Brian, my chiropractic friend who was there on the river with me when I injured my foot, and he's gonna deliver me some really transformative light therapies and some technologies to assist in the healing of my foot. Excited about that. I have a visitor coming today, Dixie, coming to see me. So that's exciting. Oh, and now I also have Hawaiian chanting with Anella at 5 o'clock today.
I've got some comments here I
The
wanted
world.
to show you if I
Okay.
can.
Yeah,
Geraldine over on Facebook says, "Good morning. Hope you're feeling better."
I am.
Belinda just posted this. Wish you a speedy recovery. She also had ankle surgery this year. Both ankles rebuilt at separate times. Wow, man,
Oh, I'm
twice as
feeling
much fun as you're
Linda.
having.
Ooh.
There's
Thank
Tiffany
God
here,
for
who was just with
overtime.
us last weekend. I'm so grateful for everything in my life, counting you two. Much love to you both. That's sweet.
I love you, Tiffany.
Carrie, who I know donated
My
to GoFundMe,
Carrie.
said, "Yes, Pookie, I'm so grateful for you in my life." I'm sure this is
I love you
Sunita
too.
here. What a beautiful voice. He's singing a cappella there. Adele says, "Sending you
Thank you,
healing love."
Sunita.
Jacqueline,
Adele. I love you, Adele.
"Healing is yours. It will all come to you." That's great.
It
All
is.
right,
It's all
cool.
coming to me on so many levels.
And Tina's
Yeah.
chiming in there.
Oh, Tinica.
If I might just
I
follow up
know.
real briefly on the earlier discussion of the financial things, since the ways that we support our household have changed, and so I'm just going to make a request for you to just pay attention when Pookie or I or both of us offer something, whether it's a product or a service or whatever. Just pay attention and give it some consideration. I think there's an assumption made that, oh, they have a lot of people following them, they've got that covered. That may not be the case. So just consider it, because that's how we're going to be supporting our. If you like the work that we do in the world and would like us to continue doing it, that will help us, and help you, because we'll be able to focus more on getting these messages out into the world. One quick way is here's an example. Again, please, yes, contribute to the GoFundMe. But if you want to actually, here is a particular thing. A year ago, Pookie and I launched the Personal Transformation Matrix. It's really robust, in-depth, like personal transformation program that you can get access to. It's a series of videos. There's 3 steps: heal, activate, and connect, with 3 phases to this, where we put like our best personal growth methods and strategies into this really powerful program. There's 2 options when you go to that page. And actually, Lisa just popped it into the chat there. It's in the description on YouTube and Facebook, the link to it, and you can read all about it and what you get from it. There's 2 options. If you just want access to the course, self-guided, go through it at your own pace, that alone to get access is $97, which is less than what it's been this past year. However, for $297, you not only get access to the whole program, but you can get a 1-hour one-on-one clarity coaching session with either Pookie or me that you can use. You don't have to use it right away, but so you get access to the course and some one-on-one time. So even though Pookie's not running around, she can still do Zoom calls, and so ask yourself which one of us would be better suited to help you, because we both bring different things to the table. So that's just one example of an offering that we have, and we're going to be rolling out more things to seeing what how we can best serve you in a way that's going to be meaningful for both of us. You know. All right. Anything you want to add to that, or just thought I'd throw that out there? Personal transformation matrix is one of those things.
There you go.
All righty
Yeah.
then. Do you want to do any Q&A here, or do you want to? Because we're already coming up on 50 minutes of going live. I don't know how
Anybody have
long.
anything
Yeah, this be your time
you
to
want to
ask
ask?
specific questions of Pookie, and I'll highlight them, and she'll answer them.
Anyhow, been extremely, really deeply connected to gratitude. And right now, just really paying attention to my body healing. I have people that are asking me to do things right now, and I'm just not. I'm not. I'm not ready to do that. I'm not ready to take my attention off of my own healing. So, and it's not just my body. I mean, my body's doing its thing. It's doing a miraculous job. Like the one thing, even when I was on the raft and I had already was injured, I was so grateful to my body. I was thanking my body. Oh, I was, right? I was thanking my body. Your body is miraculous. That's the other thing that I've learned. Like I was saying all that stuff. It's like all the stuff that I've been saying. Oh my gosh, I got a real experience of it. Right? So all the things like, love is the answer, community is what matters, all these things, saying them forever. And now I'm having my own extremely personal experience with all of it.
Mhm.
And it is revealing itself, not that I didn't. I mean, because absolutely it's my own truth, right? And anything that I would ever share in any way is I'm sharing with you what I believe. I am not ever, never, ever, ever am I at trying to um whatever influence how you believe or what you believe. However, if what I'm sharing resonates with you, great. But everybody isn't we're not all here to be the same thing. We're all one, but we're not the same. We're diverse. We're, you know, just like the cells in our body. It makes one body, all the cells make a body, but they're all not the same. They all have very different jobs. That's the same way that we are. We're one in the body of the infinite source of all life, and we all have different jobs that we're doing, and so really just this is a really powerful time, and I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of stuff because this is like this is the time of great transformation. I think that we're leveling up on a cellular level right now. I think that I needed to have this reset, to take this break, no pun intended, so that I could sit down and really tune in to what's the most important thing for me right now. Because I had a lot of noise in my life. Lots of noisy things. They were all good things. They were all, it's all good work. But I feel like because I wasn't like focused, I feel like I was spreading myself too thin. So I really didn't have any power in one area, in any area, because I was too diluted.
Hey, Lisa has posted a question. You want to see it?
Okay, I'm ready for a question.
What has been the hardest unexpected part of your injury so far? And what has been the biggest unexpected blessing you have experienced? Mm, the, the blessing
The
and the
hardest
most,
part,
yeah.
the hardest part was to lose all ability to be beyond dependent. Like I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to the bathroom. Initially, I couldn't even get into the house on my own. I still I still can't get into the house on my own. I cannot come and go. I but the hardest part was that I had no independence. I was totally dependent on every level. If people didn't bring me things, I didn't have them. Not that anybody didn't bring me anything, but like if somebody didn't bring me a blanket or a pillow I wasn't able to get it. If somebody didn't help me to the bathroom,
Right. And
you
often
know,
that person was me,
that
but we've had friends who've come and stayed with us. Your son was here for a while, so there's people that relieves me at times to get some other work done and get out to go to the grocery store. Yeah, at first I didn't want to go run to the store and leave you here by yourself. So it took whenever there were people here to keep an eye on you, then I could go and feel good about it. But you are dependent on
yeah,
others, yeah.
I was absolutely dependent on others, for the
Mm.
food that I ate, for yeah, because I was just a blob.
I
I was
think you
just a
kind
blob. There was
of. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I know
then
part two,
then
Lisa's question was the big unexpected blessing, which you kind of have covered that a bit. I don't know if you want to expound on it. Then Michelle has a comment or a question also.
um just the absolute, without a doubt, evidence of how deeply loved I am and the depth of the love that I've given. That I feel that, like, I have that same kind of feeling on my birthday. It happens when I get this huge outpouring of love on my birthday from Facebook. I feel that too, on that day too. It's really powerful. Um, but this was above and beyond that. This was this was life changing.
Hmm.
It really has inspired me to even be a better human. Like, how can I be a better lover? And this whole experience is teaching me that, and I'm getting to sit with those aspects of myself because I am human, right? We carry the dark and the light, right? And I'm getting to sit with those aspects of myself that question, you know, my divinity or my purpose or mission. We all have that. But really, what's been shown to me is quite profound. I don't, I don't even know. I know that it's changed me. I don't really understand all of it yet. Maybe I never will. But this has definitely empowered an aspect of myself that was, uh, let's just say, unsure in the past. I have I don't know, a new level of confidence. I know something really beautiful is gonna manifest through this. It already is, and I don't know what that's all gonna look like because I'm moving into the unknown. I don't know, but I'm just gonna keep following love as my teacher
Got a
and
couple
just share my journey.
couple of very similar comments here. Oh, hang on a second. Joe says, I love your positivity, Pookie. You are so inspiring. And right after that was Adele say, your positivity is inspiring, Pookie. They almost use the same kind of words. And guess who just popped in with a comment? You ready for this, Pookie, from Facebook? Marty K. Casey, happy Sunday, sis. You got this. It's a chapter in your book, well written to help others on this same journey one day. Is that cool?
I love that, Marty.
And we talked about the whole Unity Earth
Unity
event.
Earth,
Yeah.
thing in the middle. Yeah.
Are you ready for?
Power.
Go ahead.
No, it's just a power. It's a powerful journey, and who I'm going to be on the other side of this is I don't know her yet, but she's coming forward, and she seems really sure of herself and focused and purpose driven. She
Yay.
seems like she's on fire. I just have to sit here in this chair and just be patient.
All right. This is from Michelle earlier. Do you feel like your fasting has or will influence your healing?
Oh, yes, ma'am. Actually, the good news was is right before I had the incident, I had been fasting for 7 days. I'd fasted for 7 days, then I went on a retreat in Santa Cruz. It wasn't a retreat, it was a conference with Dr. Mindy, my fasting mentor. And I was there until Sunday. Um, and that's when I actually broke my fast, is when I went there. So I had been perfectly set up. My whole bio system was already perfectly set up. So when the break actually happened, I got home on Monday. When the break actually happened on Tuesday, my body was in its highest state of function because I had just done the long fast, and then while I was away at the Dr. Mindy event, we were eating the recipes from her book. So all of those were highly nutrition charged, very balanced, very nurturing to the body. So that's what I was putting into my body before the break. So I think that's one of the reasons why my my process is going the way that it is. My body is responding beautifully. My blood work was very good. Um, so So I think that absolutely fasting had a big deal, had a lot to do with it on the front end. Now, right now, I am working with healing my body. And so at this point in time, I'm going to do a longer fast, but I'm going to wait. Right now, I'm doing more like intermittent, and I'm making sure that I'm getting plenty of protein and plenty of the things that I need in order to rebuild this bone and to give my body what it needs. So I'm not fasting at this actual particular moment. However, I might, I don't know, we'll see. Right now, I'm in a very deep nurturing phase with my body. I'm really just feeding it what it needs, and I'm just feeling into that. But if I feel like a fast is in order, I think it would definitely benefit. They say, when you go in for chemo, if you do chemo treatments, like fasting before you go in will help with the chemotherapy on the other side. So there's definitely some benefits to fasting, you know. But right now, I am enjoying nurturing myself with healthy foods and having a bowl of berries by my side all day and nuts and things like that. And yeah, making myself available to some nutritious food, clean water, and coffee.
Yeah. Yeah, we both had to make adjustments, and no matter what these big grandiose ideas you have when you're healing, or you're that has to be the priority. And so a lot of things But I will tease people that you're working on. You're not ready to make an announcement about this, but soon you'll be making an offering that's something related to what you've been moving toward the past year, but different. And it's very. I think you're going to do really well with it. But I'm just gonna tease you all, leave you on the edge of your seat because she's not ready to talk about it yet. But it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to be pretty cool.
Don't start baiting them now because it's going to be a minute because
Yeah. Okay.
a big
Well,
one.
it doesn't have to. Well, yeah. It can be as. I'm going to encourage you to get it out sooner rather than later. So get over the whole preparation, perfect launch mode. Just when it's ready,
Don't you
it's
worry
close enough.
about
Get
it.
it out there.
It's
But
all good.
and I'm
Well,
working
you've
on
got
some.
big things to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the reality of that. And I'm actually gonna talk to a coach today. So maybe, just maybe, right? Just doing some things differently,
Mhm.
right? So
I
I'm
got a lot of things in
excited.
the
I'm
works too
excited.
that I'm not going to reveal right now. But I got new books, new angles, new yeah.
Yep.
So all this stuff is percolating, and so just pay attention. We put it out there. Your response to it will let us know if this is resonating with enough people to go all in on them. So it's going to take us a while to dial it all in, but thank you. And I want to acknowledge that conversation earlier about, pay attention to what we're offering and all that. Don't assume. Many people here, we're kind of preaching to the choir here because many people that I see in the chat here are already investing in things that we offer, whether it's a online community or different programs. And so I want to thank you all in addition to the GoFundMe. So thank you. I just want to acknowledge those of you who are already doing that and have done it in the past. Thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much you mean to us, and it supports our work in the world. But I just don't want this to, I don't want to, what it would really, I don't want to come across as do this to support us. It's got to be a win-win. In fact, I want you to feel like you got 10 times the value out of it. We got to create things that you want and need and benefit from. And it allows us to continue to do this work. So it's not just asking for a handout or whatever. It's not the way it's not the way I roll. Yeah. But if I could offer you something of value that's worth paying for, and Pookie can do the same. That's what we're doing. We're going to be doing more of. All right. It's now we've been over for over an hour. Do you want to wrap things up, or you want to?
Does anybody have any more questions? Is there another question out there? I think I got this one.
No more questions. Just a lot of Michelle's got
Lots of
another comment.
love.
Just not a question. Just more sending all the love and healing vibes your way. Lots of love, rest, and creativity power for you, Bob. Oh, thank you. You both have been my biggest inspiration over the last year and a half. Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you. Jacqueline says blessings to you both. The universe has your back.
Oh, I know that.
Lisa says, I'm so proud of you both for how you're navigating this challenge. Yep. And I'm being more. Oh, I'm sure that's Sunita. Love you both so much, Bob and Pookie. Thank you both. And I'm being transparent, sharing a lot of this journey online and through my email newsletter and all that good stuff. So follow along because you're part of this journey. You're part of this success story. And so thank you for being there with us. All right. Do you want me? I don't have a video or anything. You just want me to play the opening song one more time, kind of as a bookend effect? The wake, or you got something else you want to do there?
I'm gonna do something else.
Okay.
All right. This is Beloved. This drum has been with me for a long time. This is Dear. Dear is gentle, Dear is nurturing. She's a lover, and so she brings deep compassion into our space. And so I want to come back to the drum. I want to come back to our heartbeat, our relationship with Divine Mother, our relationship with the earth, coming back to the womb of all creation, to the womb from which we were born, that holy sacred place held within the waters of our mothers. As we rest in this space, in these waters, these infinite waters of life, we are reminded that we are here for a divine purpose. We are here to activate our love and our light into the world right now, to activate our love, our light. However that light is meant to shine, we shine it into the world from our hearts, connected deeply to the infinite source of all life. From the grandmothers, a little drumming there for you. That grandmother medicine, ancestral medicine. You know, because we wouldn't be here without them. The grandmothers had to birth us into this existence, into this world, into this lifetime. Powerful, powerful women in our lineage, every single one of us, right? Male or female, doesn't matter. Everybody's got a grandma. All right, so have an awesome week. Um, you know, I don't know. Should we come back here and just like update you on things and let you know where it's at? I'm planning on making some. Everything's gotten kind of sleepy since all of this. My YouTube channel has kind of gone down in numbers, and but you would expect that, right? Because we're not. We've kind of changed the rhythm of how this is all moving. So it's totally understandable, and yeah. So we're just kind of feeling in. I'm just feeling into things right now. Um, Do you want to come here every week and hang out, or I don't know. What are you thinking? I probably was like, I don't know. Are we ever going to go back to Sundays? I mean, it's going to be a minute before I can stand up again. So there is that. But what are your thoughts? Should we keep going? I don't know. What are you thinking?
Well, we're gonna go with South. We're gonna be go. We're gonna keep going, but yeah, whether it's every Sunday is the question mark. It's just in what form are we gonna be serving and reaching?
What,
Reaching people to inspire them.
what's it gonna look like?
Yeah, it's the big reset. It's funny that Mindy,
There's,
your mentor, has the Reset Academy, and you're going through a big reset now.
yeah, I'm in the Reset Academy.
I know.
It's not her academy. It's my own.
Hmm.
But yeah, but no, I'm thankful for her. Yeah, I've learned so much from her. Yeah, there's a whole lot of this that's just really really good.
All right, ready to sign off? Get some breakfast going.
Yeah.
All right. Love you
Are you gonna
all.
feed?
What's that? What can I?
Are you
Yes.
gonna feed me?
Am I gonna what? All right. Yes. I'm gonna feed you. All right. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. We're gonna. I've got some breakfast to make and serve. Bye for now. Take care. So long.